fan of the Hauraki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jase, Mike and Keyzie on their Instagram at Hauraki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Shit, yeah.
What a day, fellas.
It's an absolute ripper, isn't it? Summer's coming, guys.
Yeah, it totally is.
A few weeks away, but
I sat on my deck
summer's
today,
in the air.
fully nude, apart from a pair of very brief shorts.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah. Well, what was actually quite funny about it was I went to the gym and came home, made a coffee, and I was sitting out on the deck there in my sweatshirt and my trackies,
Yeah.
and my sneakers, and it was a beautiful, sunny, blisteringly hot day, and I was sitting there for about 20 minutes going, fuck, I'm hot.
Right.
It's really hot. It's actually really hot. I didn't do anything about
No.
it. I just sat there, and then I went, hang about. Why don't I just go and get some shorts on and a
Sure.
T-shirt and Bob's your uncle? So I did that, and then why am I even wearing a T-shirt?
Hey, here he is. Showing it off, were you?
But we were talking, we'll talk about it in the show, sun tanning regimes.
Sure.
Because I know you like a bit of a tan, Mogi.
I do.
Yeah. It's
I
sort
do.
of frowned upon in many respects these days. I mean, my grandparents and my father, back in the day, of course, never wore sort of sunblock. And as a consequence, when they got old, they're just hacking bits of them out all the time.
Sure.
You know
But
what
it's
I'm saying?
worth it to look good when you...
Yeah, totally.
But it's interesting how it's a cultural thing.
Yes.
So, certainly in China, and I think Japan as well.
China.
I think most Asian countries, if you're dark-skinned or suntanned, that means you're poor.
Right.
Really?
Right,
It
yes.
means you're poor because it means that you work in the fields and you're out in the sun all day. So
I
that's
see.
why you'll see in the Asian communities they are always wearing hats. They've always got
Always
umbrellas.
big
Well,
hats,
always.
yeah.
Or umbrellas,
Yes.
so parasols to keep the sun off them. Because the more lighter skinned you are, the more attractive that you are deemed to be.
There you go. I
Yeah.
never knew that, but
Interesting
that makes
convention.
perfect sense.
Yeah.
Whereas in our sort of culture, you know, the whole mentality is if you're bronzed and tanned, then you're healthy and, you know, looking
Exactly,
good.
which
You
is
know what I
interesting
mean?
because it's wrong.
Yeah, well, I know, because you're basically
You're
burning
the
yourself
shit.
to death.
Yeah.
But that's the
But
perception,
I guess
though.
I wonder if, and it's not as conscious as that, but you've got more leisure time. Look at this guy. He's got, he's got plenty of time on his hands. And some people that you see that suntan all the time, they just look like leather hand. They look fucking
Sure, terrible.
horrendous.
Yeah.
What the real thing is, once the chest between the breasts, and I mean that on men and women.
The V-neck.
Yeah, that starts really leathering up and starts lining up. It looks like a dried out riverbed.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, totally.
Oh, no, you've
Totally.
gone too far there. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess, I mean, look, there'll be a million reasons why you look shit when you're older, and I guess having a bad tan won't be the worst of it.
I think that's, the classic sort of Kiwi look, the big red V there, and the sort of bear gut. Everything else is pale.
Yeah.
And you've got sort of suntanned arms from the elbow down, but the rest of the body is just white as F.
Yeah. Or you've got the old, the singy. You've got the singlet, and you take your singlet off, and you've still got a singlet.
Yes.
I don't know if we spoke about it on here, but some of my finest work, I remember sunbathing when I was living over in Aussie, out in the backyard, having a couple of beers, just soaking in the sun, and getting massive D in me.
Yes.
And I stood up probably to get another beer. Yeah, I'd say so. And because I had a bit of weight on my stomach, I had rolls as I lay there.
Yes.
And
Right.
so, and then because
You had the creases in
I
between.
had the creases, and when I stood up, I had 3 white stripes across my
Little
belly.
tiger
It was-
stripes.
God, it was
we will
beautiful.
chat
all.
about it on the show. I think it's worthwhile. It's good chat.
Bit of chat, eh?
How was your weekend, Pugs?
Super chill.
Yeah,
Went to that gig on Friday.
When you say super chill, do you mean like games, movies, making love?
It was that kind of weekend.
Right, okay.
What did you watch?
We'll get into it on What's on the Telly with Mike
Sure,
Minogue, but I
yeah.
watched a doozy last night.
Did you?
So
Yep,
did I, actually.
yep.
Which we'll get into that when we What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Yeah, it was one of those ones where I was shocked that I had not yet seen it, but it knew most of everything about it.
Right.
But yeah, Yeah, I'll
Oh, that's
reveal that on
exciting,
that
isn't
segment.
it?
It's
That's
exciting.
good, man.
I mean, it'll probably be massively underwhelming for you folks, but
I watched an exciting one last night, and it was a shitter.
nice.
But I watched the whole... Oh, did I watch the whole thing? Or maybe I didn't.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast. The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Yeah. How are your flights down to Taupo?
Really great. Down was all good. Got up nice and early to have plenty of time in the Koru Lounge to get breakfast
As
and
you
all
do.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then flew down. Yeah, man. I just love hanging out with my kid, eh?
Yes.
It's so good. And so, yeah, got
That'll
down there,
change.
and that was all good. I know.
That'll change.
It's a shame, like people say, even a 5-year-old turns into a massive pain in the ass.
Oh, no, look, I think, in my experience, it can be the sort of 1 to 2 period.
Yeah.
Teenage things change.
Yeah.
You know, that's when there's a real breakaway unit.
Well, this is the thing, right? So I think I am anticipating there being a difference once you start school.
Yes.
Because you'll be dealing with so much more mentally. So I'm anticipating that. And then you've sort of got them from when they're born until they're 12. They want to hang out with you.
Yes.
Give or take. But then from 13 onwards,
She's a gone burger.
she's all over.
Yep, totally.
So there's a real adjustment period there where you're not the priority anymore. But from your point
Far
of view,
from it.
I'm assuming, by and large, you still want to be. It's like having
Totally.
a dog that doesn't want to hang out with you anymore. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I've hung out with this dog for 13 years and now it
Yeah.
doesn't like me anymore. What the fuck?
And that can go on, and never a truer thing was said, man. That really does happen. When they get to teenagers, it's like, douche, goodbye,
Yeah.
because they're on another fucking planet. And you go through that period, and then you get to into the late teens, early 20s, and it's nice again. They kind of calm down.
Right.
And now like with my older girls, we just go out and eat really nice food all the time.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
I don't have
And
kids.
they get me to pay for it.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
That is your job.
That's the thing.
But
never
would
ends.
you have it any other way?
No.
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 Absolutely
In
not.
fact, we went out to lunch with my daughter and her mate the other day, and they said, we're halving the costs with you. And it was like, thank you for the sentiment, darling, but no need.
And also, don't halve it.
Yeah,
Either pay for it or
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, exactly.
Pay.
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
halves. I'm not splitting it.
I mean, there was a long, because we've talked about this before, there was a long period, like with my wife and I, when we went up. You know, we would go out to dinner with her dad and
Yes.
or slash mum, and they would pay.
Right.
And quite genuinely, we were not in the position to find. Or
Yes.
Sometimes we could, but most of the time we were like, oh, God, but they'd pay for it. But now, even that's changed now, so I'll take them out to dinner.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
If you're the one inviting, that can be a spin because that's not an easy thing, right? 3
No,
kids at home in your house
Yes.
and working in the arts,
Yeah.
just fucking and
Good
even
times.
and it doesn't matter how successful you are.
No. No.
It's not enough money. It's fucking. That must have been hectic. Well done for staying together. Let me say.
Stressful. Yeah. It was stressful, Mogi, at times, for sure.
Jesus.
But yeah. Do you buy your partners, you know her parents?
Do I know her parents? Yeah, totally.
Yeah. You take them out to dinner, Pugs, now that you're a big radio guy?
A radio star.
Because you're earning hundreds of
my
thou
God.
a week.
I literally,
Is there
I'm
a-
struggling because I don't know who to take out more.
Ah,
You know,
sure.
because
Yeah.
I've got so much money from radio producing
I'm hearing you,
at
Pugs.
a
Yeah.
network. It's crazy.
It's big cash.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
huge cash money.
Still, one of my favourite things that's ever happened to me was a dude, which I've said before, coming up to me and seeing the car I was driving and how genuinely deeply shocked he was that I drove such a shitter of a
Even
car.
Keyzie seems to be surprised.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
some reason.
Yeah,
It's like,
he's like, you're on the radio, man, and TV, you're radio and TV. So what are you driving that shit heap for?
yeah.
And it's
People
like,
think
well,
there's money in it.
yeah,
This is not Hollywood.
because I'm broke.
Yeah, that's right. Because I get paid less than you.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why. First day of shoot on that movie today.
oh yes.
Yeah. So they're into it, man. They're into it, and went out.
Well,
for,
it's nice that it's like this.
Oh yeah. Well, they're all interiors, but yes.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Muggy. Speaking of which, when I was at the Batch on the Rialto channel there, what should pop up on my viewing there? The old Come Home in the Dark.
Coming Home in the Dark.
Coming Home in the Dark. So I watched that again.
Did you?
Yeah. Bloody good, man.
I enjoy that movie, man. I love it.
Very good.
Very happy with that. Even if someone else hates it, I don't care.
That's
I
right.
need to see it.
Oh, have you not seen it? What a piece of
No.
shit.
Do you
though.
want
It's
to?
unbelievable.
Can I share something with you
What?
that you might dislike? I won tickets and I couldn't go.
These
And I
things
was
happen.
messaging you about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is way before I
Oh,
started.
wow.
Yeah. And I felt like such a knobhead because I was so keen. And in the comments, I was like gassed up, ready to go. And then I can't even remember what happened, but it was
Something
clearly
minor.
significant.
Something minor.
It was probably nothing. Probably didn't feel like it.
Just, I'll give you a little. It's in your face, man.
Yeah, apparently it looks pretty
It's
full
full
on.
on.
full
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Well,
It's
that's why I was
full
so
on.
keen to go.
I actually went to jump on it on Netflix because we got it on Netflix, and it's been 3 years on there already. So
Wow.
it's gone. It's not on there anymore.
Three
3 years it was. 4 years. 2019 we shot it. 2020 it must have come out. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. So gone. I had to buy a copy of it.
Oh, do you have to pay to stream it now?
Yes, 'cause it's not on Netflix. Yeah. It's going to cost you upwards of $5-6
Oh
there,
my
Pug. So
God.
that's $3 each. You and
My-
your
I had
missus.
the free ticket.
Get
so
your
I don't know.
flatmate involved as well. $2 a pop.
My bro got in contact with me today, by the way, fellas, and he went to see old Track Loop or Loop Track.
Loop Track.
yeah.
With our mate Tom Sainsbury.
Yes.
And he said he really enjoyed it, and he said what was great about it too was Tom was there at the cinema.
Oh, yeah,
and,
right.
And my brother lives in Tauranga, so, and he said he's such a lovely guy, and he's so quietly spoken. And I said, yeah, he is a lovely guy.
He is
He said,
genuinely one of the most lovely people
yes.
Yeah.
you'll ever meet.
And he was just standing there, saying g'day to people when they went in and see you later when they left.
Yeah,
So he must be doing maybe a round of cinemas or
he
something.
is. Yeah, it's good. And I think he's dressed up as well in his outfit.
Beautiful.
Yeah, righto.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff.
Your Hauraki Big Show Keyzie word of the day is
Suntan.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Pugs, how many times did you make love?
Keep that stuff in yours, Jay. Send in all the Keyzie words from this week. We're going to draw a winner
Pug
today.
is a gentleman.
Well, yeah, on air.
Sure.
Yeah.
Filthy offer.
Sorry. Can I just send in the Keyzie words to @Hauraki Big Show on Instagram? Give us a follow while we're there. We're going to draw a winner today that's going to win a brand new Salmonella dub vinyl,
That
a
is hard to
signed
say,
Backbone
though.
shirt.
Salmonella.
Salmonella?
Yeah.
Salmonella dub vinyl, Backbone shirt, signed, and Hauraki merch.
I'll try and get my skin tag in there as well.
That'd be good,
I
actually.
got to buy my skin tag kit
Tag
and
it
chop
up.
that bastard off.
Yeah, nice. And follow us on IG while you're there. Hoity J, Mr. Mike Minogue, call me Pugs. Don't follow Chris Key NZ.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Thanks.